What's up everybody, Sebro24, TCG Online Game Time with Shiny Rayzone, of course. Let's see which deck are we gonna fuck up this time, hopefully. Okay, so my opponent's gonna flip the Pikachu coin. A lot of people seem to be using this Pikachu coin. I see it a lot. Silver Pikachu coin with the little sparkly shit on. So my opponent, spiky hair, gangsta dude. Let's see, kind of reminds me of the kind of gangster guys in the black and white, the thug guys, biker guys, whatever. But okay. So my opponent is taking forever to decide that he should play first, of course, right? And we play second as per usual. All the time, almost. Okay, we're gonna open with Shiny Rayquaza. Typical thing, good thing to open. 3 of this guy, okay. And I've got the heavy ball, so I guess I can search another basic Rayquaza to be safe since we don't have anything else. And I've got N too. So normally I really don't want to, the heavy ball is for magnezone, but in this case we're gonna have to use it, no choice. Okay, and excuse me, for fuck's sake. It seems my opponent, that thing is a Necrozma, Dusk Necrozma. Yeah, man, I always want to say Solgaleo. It's freaking Solgaleo. Anyway, so I'm thinking if he's running that big dude, he must definitely be running magnezone, or at the very least, Metagross GX. That's also a partner if you want to partner up with that dude. It's going to be cooler. Maybe not as consistent, but maybe cooler. Both decks have the advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, if he's running that big guy, he must be running one of those 2 ways to power him up. And okay, we got the Magnemite down, we've got the Magnezone, but no rare candy. And I hate seeing Sycamore with rare candy and especially Magnezone when they're alone, because I only run 3 Magnezones. So if we Sycamore, we're already losing 1, and maybe 1 is prized. Sometimes you might even get 2 prized, so you never know. So it's never somebody you want to discard. Okay, so my opponent is getting his setup. I got the Tapu Lele, so got Brigitte, playing his dudes. So here comes the Magnemite, the Solgaleo Prism, and actually Celesteela, yeah, GX. That's actually very good, a very good thing to see there. It means that my lightning attackers are going to be able to hit that thing for weakness. We'll be able to take advantage of Zapdos nicely here if he promotes that, and even Magnezone, he can kill that thing too. So good shit. He's probably not going to want to use it since he's seeing what I'm playing, but you never know. Maybe if I beat his other guys and he'll be forced to use that guy. So anyway, so we're going to be forced to discard Magnezone here and an energy retrieval. Fucked up shit. At least I know that killing these guys I'm going to be getting 2 prizes, so it's good. This kind of deck, I should be good against it because my dude gives 1 prize, his main attacker, Necrozma, gives 2 prizes, and it's basically almost the same deck. We aim to bring out a Magnezone out, and you guys know, Energy Accelerate, Blastoise Deluge, Emboar, Raybor, all that stuff. Happened before. I mean, we've played with strategies and decks like this before, and it's basically the same thing, only different attackers. It's like that Ice Cube saying, what does he say? The rhymes don't change, only the people saying them. Yeah, I know this is so random, but yeah, the deck idea, the deck concept, the premise is the same. It's just maybe slightly different attackers. And in the case of Rayquaza, I mean, it's a Rayquaza. It's not a Rayquaza EX, but it's still Rayquaza. So no Magnezone out yet, and I had a pretty terrible hand. As you guys can see, no supporter, we can't use it. But with N, hopefully my opponent fixes that. He helps me. He hasn't brought out his Magnezone either, so we're both going kind of slow. And as you guys can see, I kind of risked a little bit, putting the energies on the active Rayquaza, so I'm thinking, okay, if I get it out, I'll definitely be able to grab only fewer energies, put it on the active, get the job done. So what we got here, we got the Zapdos, we've got Cynthia and Sycamore, and I've got the Lele too. So I've got a bunch of options here. So I could use Lele and grab maybe something like a Heavy Ball, but no, we played both, so we can't use that. And there's no real way for me to get Magnezone out this turn with Lele. I feel like even if I Skyla, we're missing the Rare Candy and the Magnezone. I could play the Zapdos down as well. Wow, we're gonna Sycamore. There's no way I'm gonna do it. Am I gonna do it? Okay, it seems we're going all out here, discarding the a lot of shit and the energy retrieval. But actually, in this case, because like I said, my opponent is playing basically the same deck, and if you manage to outpace your opponent and get the drop on him in a matchup like this, it's basically all you need to win, because both decks aim to get one-hit knockouts, so the first guy that's going to start getting the one-hit knockouts should win. Of course, there's other shenanigans like targeting the Magnezone or managing to find a way to stall and shit, but for the most part, that's the situation. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to Sycamore, I'm going to ditch all the shit, and we just really want to attack now. We should have enough energies even if we discard the energy retrievals. Zapdos maybe I don't really need since I can use Magnezone to attack too. So I thought going all out. Sometimes it's risky, sometimes is the right play. A lot of the times I risk it and it pays off. My opponent did Guzma though, so pretty rough shit. If the Magneton dies, I might be in a rough spot here. We have another Magnemite, but naturally I want the Magneton because all I need is Magnezone next. Okay, so we have the Skyla once again, and what am I going to do here? We're going to force to retreat, bring out the Magnezone here, and I'm going to use the stretcher, grab the Magnezone from the discard pile, and we're going to start doing shit. I'm going to get the knockout. I'm thinking of something here in my mind. But anyway, yeah. Stretcher, grab the Magnezone. I've got enough energies to work here. And he retreated the Necrozma, so we won't get the 2 prizes shit that we want to. But getting rid of this Prism guy should be good too. Thing is, I'm ready to go. He's still setting up. He managed to get a lot of energies out, actually, even though he doesn't have the Magnezone yet. And I don't understand why he decided to favor the Celesteela. I mean, dude, it's just, I guess he thought maybe that thing can survive a hit with 200 HP, but come on, I have the Choice Band, I have the Devoured Stadium, so by investing on that guy means you kind of might be forced to use him, and then I can just use Magnezone for an easier KO. Okay, so Skyla, we are going to grab a supporter for next turn, and it seems I don't have any other Sycamores. So the next best thing, a Lily in this case, since we only have an energy retrieval that I'm probably going to use next turn. So we're going to get the knockout. The other Rayquaza is almost ready as well, only needs a fire energy. So I'm kind of in a good position. I've got the choice bands on. Good shit. Maybe it's not that good to have all of them like that. If my opponent plays a field blower, it's going to remove both. But, you know, it is what it is. If he doesn't play Fury Belt, I'm feeling pretty okay against this deck, getting one-hit knockouts on his dudes. So Celesteela comes out, and I haven't the vaguest idea. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a choice. He has to attack with that guy. But, you know, it's an easy Pokemon to kill for me, since I've got Magnezones too that can knock it out. I mean, I wish I could use Magnezone, but we're probably going to have to use Rayquaza anyway. But it's going to give 2 prizes. That's all I really need, honestly. So, good shit. So, 1 Rayquaza goes down. We only got 2 left. We gotta do this shit right, because running out of attackers can't be a thing. I mean, if Rayquaza dies, I can't be in trouble. I don't have any other guys that can get one-hit knockouts besides the lightning Pokemon on Celesteela. And I've already used the stretcher as well. Had to use that on Magnezone. So sometimes, like I've said, that extra Rayquaza can be necessary, man, but the space, what are you gonna do? It's one of the benefits of a Quasi EX. I mean, it's gonna give 2 prizes, but maybe you can survive a little bit more with 170 HP. Okay, so I'm gonna put the float stone on magnezone here, and we're gonna magnetic circuit here. Put the other lightning energy on Rayquaza. Got the fisherman too, the perfect thing for next turn as well. So I should be pretty good. I end actually, okay. I mean, I'm gonna disrupt my opponent, but the fisherman was a good thing to keep, honestly. We drew it again though, so it's good. I guess might as well end now before I get even more prizes and then it's weaker. We got more shit this way too. Alright, so I'm doing my shit, but the end result will be the same. This Celesteela is gonna kneel before Rayquaza, is gonna die to Rayquaza here, and I'm still playing cards, it seems. Energy retrieval. We're gonna set up the Rayquaza too, I guess. Yeah, this is pretty risky. Sometimes this can backfire, but I always want to do this in case my opponent ends and can fuck this deck up. If we get a lot of prizes and the opponent ends and we don't draw a supporter, like maybe Cynthia or Sycamore, and I'm not top decking things like Fisherman and Energy Retrievals, then I might even lose. It happened with the Lurantis GX deck. You guys may have seen that match. It can happen again, of course. Okay, so another knockout, and my opponent is gonna finally promote Necrozma. He's getting his own magnezone out, so Rayquaza is likely gonna die. I mean, at the very least, he can use the GX attack. That's gonna do the job as well. It's gonna Sycamore, gonna get rid of the Gladions. Man, did he play 2 of that guy? That card is so useless in my opinion. I don't really know why people run it. Anyway, it's just too slow. If it was a trainer, then yeah, okay, like a Legends Awakened Azelf. But anyway, gets the knockout, but I'm gonna get the knockout as well with my Rayquaza, and I'm looking pretty good here. We're gonna be down to only 1 prize. The problem is, this is the last Rayquaza, so whatever this guy does, if he brings out another Necrozma and powers it up, I'm toast. So, yeah, I'm not out of the woods yet. He's gonna definitely have to promote Celesteela or something. It seems he played another one. He's favoring that guy a lot, it seems, running 2 copies. I've only seen 1 Necrozma, I think. So yeah, kind of not your typical list maybe. Normally you want to focus with Necrozma as the attacker. He's a better attacker. Takes advantage of magnezone. Okay, so what are we going to do here? I'm going to put the choice band on magnezone because I'm thinking I might have to use it. And we're going to Lily here. Draw 4 cards. Pretty solid. Rare candies are useless at this point. I have 2 magnezones. That should be enough. So we are going to get rid of 1, 2, both of them it seems. And what am I going to grab? Well, we don't have much. It's just the Mime and the Magnemites, which are not going to be useful. I guess I'm going to grab one of these dudes, play it down, just to thin the deck. We don't want to draw useless cards. And Sky Judgment, get the knockout, and I am close to victory. My opponent has to knock out a lot of dudes if he wants to win. I mean, he's going to have to knock out 4 Pokemon. So, I mean, even if I can't get the one-hit knockout, maybe using something like Magnezone, it's still going to be enough. I should be good with energies as well, maybe. We'll have to see. He promoted the Tapu Lele. Okay, but you're going to need a lot of energies if you want to knock me out with that dude. And he's going to use the Professor's Letter. Okay. It's got a pretty big hand. I mean, you should have enough shit to work with. Do something here. So let's see. And he's starting to attach the energies on the Celesteela. So actually, Rayquaza has a big-ass retreat. So it's actually a simple knockout. He doesn't even need to use like Necrozma. Dusk main Necrozma. But if he does promote that dude, I've got game. If he leaves that Tabu Lele active, I've got game too. Shiny Rayquaza is going to be able to KO with the Fisherman support guy. Okay, let's see. What are you gonna do? I mean, he probably realized he's in a pretty tough spot. No matter what he does, he's kind of fucked. I mean, unless I run out of energies, or he brings out another Necrozma, something that can survive more than one hit, then he's kind of in a tough spot. He's going to need a lot of energies if he's going to be able to do something with Tapu Lele here. And I don't think he wants to do that. You don't want to do that in this case. It's probably not a good idea. Okay, and he's going to grab the secret rare energies with the Malcornet. Those guys have that too. I wish I had all of the high-end shit. How do people, I mean, I guess I know how people, if you buy a million codes, then you can do it anyway. So, it seems he decided to promote Celesteela, and he's going to get the job done with 130 damage. But now it's game. All I have to do is use magnezone. Maybe he was hoping I ran out of energies, or I'm not going to have a way to grab 3 energies. But I do. Let's play the Devoured Field just for the fuck of it. And Fisherman, well, I'm going to play the magnezone too, taking the piss. But yeah, we're going to play the Fisherman, grab the energies, and it's basically game, thanks to the weakness. So, good game. Pretty good game. You guys have seen, once again, and my opponent Scoops, Shiny Rayzone, very good against these metal decks. Because they give 2 prizes, we give 1 prize. So hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Saberwolf94, what's up?